Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button, please do subscribe. It is Tuesday morning and the sun is out here in Rochester. It's like a degree cooler, so it's about 22 degrees in this flat, not 23, so it's gone down a shade. Yeah, I've got up feeling a bit like, I don't know what the word is, crappy. I don't know what it is. I don't when you get up and you don't feel like you've had a good night's sleep. I don't know what that word is, but it's not that I didn't sleep. I slept. I've just woken up feeling like I haven't. I think it's all because, like, obviously we're getting towards autumn and it's getting darker early, and I don't know, it just seems to make me a bit miserable, but I don't want to be miserable, so I'm trying not to be miserable, so let's try not to be. So guys, last night I took Max out for a walk around 10 to 7, like the normal time I used to take Max for a walk, and it was getting dark then. It was getting quite dark then, but I went out, and I went out onto the field without my torch because I'm getting brain fog, and I know I put that torch on YouTube and then I put it somewhere and I couldn't find it. And I couldn't find my other torch either, so I went out without my torch, but it wasn't so dark I couldn't see. So I'll probably put it around somewhere. It's around somewhere. I keep doing it. Brain fog. I take a lot of medication for pain, and I also am going through the menopause, and I'm getting really bad hot flushes, which, you know, was going away with medication, and I've just seemed to have a few bad hot flushes over the past week. It's been a week since I felt that I went into a shop last week. It was Strood on Wednesday. It was B&M stores, and I had to come out of it because I felt like I was going to faint in the shop. I felt so hot. I hadn't felt like that for quite a while. It was being managed with medication, so I don't know what this is all about. Perhaps it is in combination with the hot weather. I haven't got a clue, but it felt horrible. It felt like I had a radiator strapped to me. I felt like I was in a sauna, and I had to get out of the shop. But I had an episode yesterday afternoon, and I had to sit by a fan and splash my face with cold water, so I sympathise with other women going through the menopause. It is horrible. So no one on the field, but the Rochester Cathedral was lit up, the castle was lit up, there was a boat in the docked, so all the lights lit up my route along the path, and I didn't see anyone on that field at all. So I walked off, and there was somebody near the benches. There was somebody in the dark near the benches. I walked off across the road, and then I walked home, and then I went into my flats. And I'm just going to say this, not because I'm being funny, but I'm telling the truth. I walked into my flats and I heard a kid go, "Ugh." Now, I'd been talking to a Kevin. I'd texted this Kevin on the field before I came back into my flats, and this guy said to me that he's got Asperger's syndrome, and that he's was diagnosed with depression, but now he's being diagnosed with autism, and that he was going to get a brand new car because he was applying for PIP, and it was going to be backdated since 2008. Now Now this is what this Kevin told me on the fields before I came back home. As I was opening my communal door, I heard, "Ugh!" I came into my flat. I wasn't the slightest depressed or angry. I'm tired and fed up of this. I just felt fed up of it. Fed up. It's like it's all put on and it's not nice. So I came up the stairs, came into my flat, and I didn't get upset. I didn't shout. He was quiet upstairs. He's hardly made a noise upstairs recently, so why would I get cross? He was quiet. Obviously on and off I'd had that dog barking, especially when I go out my front door. The dog next door kept barking every time I moved outside my front door, which is a pain in the ass, but you know, that happens. I came back into my flat and I just sat on my chair, the chair that was my father's. My father has been dead 2 years, but my mum gave me his chair. So I've sat on my dad's chair, listened to YouTube videos, various on and off YouTube videos. I'd watched DJE Media, the auditor, at 5 o'clock, because he did a live stream at 5 o'clock, so I'd watched that as well, and he was okay, because I've been worried about his safety, because he's been attacked by 8 guys. He's had his phone snatched out of his hands and he's been attacked, so he was alright. The guys at the hotel were okay to him. I don't like anybody being hurt. It's not nice and it's not necessary. You can deal with things without violence. You don't need to bash somebody up and break their phone. That's not the way to deal with it. I'd gone to the co-op, hadn't I, this morning? Yesterday morning, sorry. I'd gone to the co-op, I'd had an ice cream, I'd bought food, got food in the fridge. I'd reported my lost Barclay card. I still haven't come across it. And they said it would be within 3 days. So I was sat down on my chair, and as the lorry made so much noise, because I shop from Tesco's, so as the lorry made so much noise parking opposite my flats, and the bright lights shining through the window had all its lights on, so the door was faced to me. You could see inside the Asda lorry and all the lights were on, and it was reversing, making this horrific noise, and I just thought to myself, you know, I've got food, I'm quite comfortable, you know, try not upset me, make out I look like an alien, to get me to act like I'm nuts and stupid. So I'm just going to get my coffee, guys. There's noise going out the side now. But I've shut the door and the windows, but you can still hear it through the doors and the window. It's usually kids screaming. I was warned when I moved into this flat that it was full of kids. It's going to have a load of kids in it, because when I applied for this flat, I did say on the application form to the council that I suffer from chronic pain issues. And I said this flat needs to be soundproof because I suffer extreme pain in my face and jaw. And they put me in a place that isn't soundproof. So everywhere I go hasn't been soundproof. My other flat, I could hear the lady flush the toilet chain. I could hear the lady downstairs have a bath. Underneath, her bathroom was underneath where I used to sleep, and you could hear her getting into the bath, flushing the toilet, and I could hear every word of her radio. I could hear every word of the radio. And you just have to get used to it, because everywhere they've put me, I could hear what the neighbours are saying, what they're doing. Then none of these flats are soundproof. It's It's not only lack of privacy for me, but it's other people, because I can hear their conversations. If then right next door to the wall, when he first moved in, he was up there, stood up there where my telly was. I could hear him talking to his kid. Could hear it. It's not only lack of privacy, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Because you can hear what people are saying to each other. You have to, when you move into these flats, you just have to get used to it. It takes a long, long time. If you've been like living with somebody, you've been distracted and you suddenly live by yourself, you hear absolutely everything. If you live on your own, you do. If you've got company and you're distracted, you might not hear it so much. But I live by myself, and it can be annoying, it can be frustrating. I mean, why don't they soundproof properties? I mean, you don't want to hear somebody flush the toilet. I mean, honestly, now I don't take any notice of it, but when I first moved in, I'd be in the bathroom. You can hear what they're saying next door. And for an elderly person with banging kids and screaming kids, it could give them a heart attack. Anyway, Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1952, tea rationing came to an end in the UK. For 12 years, starting in World War II, it had restricted people to around 20 cups of tea a week. Eek.
Well, that would have been alright for me actually. I don't drink that much tea and that much coffee. 20 cups a week, not too bad. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 8:51 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Tuesday the 3rd of October.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
Currently, in Rochester it's 13 degrees Celsius with mostly sunny skies. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 19 degrees and a low of 9 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? The food is okay, but it has no atmosphere.
And Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include Ayla Edebiri, American singer-songwriter Gwen Stefani, Swedish Association football players Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Swedish actress and former dancer Alicia Vikander, and Canadian film director and screenwriter Denis Villeneuve.
Right guys, so I really can't do anything today, not very much, because I'm waiting for my Barclays bank card, which I paid $1.99 for, to get here in 3 days, and I only phoned yesterday morning. The post lady doesn't come till lunchtime, so about 12, 1, 2, that kind of time round here. Remember, these are new build flats, and they're still building flats, and it's going to lead right from Rochester into Chatham. It's been under construction for about the past 3 years. I moved into this flat 3 years ago. You still get noise from builders building flats, but it isn't as bad as when I moved in 2020. So I've got to wait for my Barclays bank card. I don't intend to go to the Co-op this morning. I don't play games. I just go into a shop to do my shopping. I don't go in there to act like a twat and be rude to other people. I certainly don't go into a shop to steal. I've no need to steal. I got a receipt yesterday of all the shopping. So today it's just like doing what I did yesterday, really. Uploading my videos to YouTube, getting Max ready to go for his morning walk, and just, that's it. I suffer from chronic pain issues. I can't go that far. I can't listen to a concert because the noise is too loud and it hurts my ears and face. I can't really go anywhere too noisy, because it will make me feel unwell. And it is helped by painkillers, and the painkillers make me a bit dizzy, sometimes a bit disorientated, but they do dull the pain. They don't take it away completely, but they dull the pain. I go outside, I walk about, and everybody thinks that it's okay to bully, take the piss, and I'm, just because I don't scream and shout, it doesn't mean that I'm not in pain. That's what people automatically think, someone's going to scream and shout. When I first got injured, I did scream and shout, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I'd walk down the high street and I would want to bang my head. I'd want to knock myself out. I was in agony. I would literally want to knock myself out. I didn't want to be awake, because whenever I woke up there, the pain started again. Sometimes I couldn't sleep with the pain. I'm not saying the pain's gone away, it hasn't. I've just learnt to cope with it through meditation and through medication. If I didn't have the painkillers and I didn't just count to 10 when people are really rude and they annoy me, then I would scream. I mean, the hassle that sometimes I get in the shop, like I'm some kind of alien. Like, schoolgirl, when you're a schoolgirl, you get victimised and bullied because you're the quiet one. You're the one, oh, she's got a spot on her face. Oh, don't sit next to her, she's got the lurgy. I mean, it's really childish. It's so childish. I'm a woman, right? I'm a woman, so you've got blokes with hoods over their heads, helmets over their heads. I mean, what is the big deal? There's other people in this world. Don't focus on me. I'm not being self-centered, because I know that it happens. That's why I go outside with the camera, so it catches it, what they're doing. I don't think I live in the real world. I think it's staged. When I was allegedly raped in 2008 by Chatham Library, the Command House pub in Chatham, there was nobody on that grass apart from the alleged rapist and 3 Asian men. And then those 3 Asian men, they walked off, and I was left with this alleged rapist who was hell-bent intent on taking me to Gravesend on the bus. And I had a breathing problem. I'd been injured in 2006, and my throat, I couldn't breathe, and this guy comes over to me and he says, "We go to Gravesend. Will you and me go to Gravesend?" I went, "No, I'm not going to Gravesend. I can't breathe." I couldn't get on a bus because I'd had this breathing problem, and I've still got this lump in my neck. I couldn't breathe, and this guy was trying to force me to go to Gravesend, to his flat on the bus. All I was doing was sat on the bench. I don't know who this guy was. He came out of nowhere and waved at me. He struck up a conversation, and then he was trying to get me on a bus to Gravesend. I was trying to meet my dad at Brompton Barracks in Gillingham. I had my can of cola and a sandwich. It's obviously someone was trying to stop me going to see my dad at work. And I was sexually assaulted. And as in every case with Kent Police, there's no CCTV footage. They couldn't find the alleged rapist. After taking DNA samples and putting me through all that stress. That's my mother ringing the phone. After I'm talking about this, my mother's ringing. So it's buzzing the phone, it's on silent. So as I was saying, the police have never done their job properly. I've actually been threatened by the police to keep my mouth shut, and the police are just a distraction. They don't actually do anything. They don't prosecute people. They just come out chewing gum and acting like Mickey Mouse, dumb and stupid. And why they do that, I don't know. Because I'm sure if something happens with their families and their wives and children, they would want the police to help them. I'm somebody's mum, I'm somebody's grandmother, I'm a human being, and I get treated like dog shit by almost everybody, and I can't understand why. If trying to stick up for your children and fight for them is a crime, well then fuck me, fuck you. I'm going to get on with my day. I hope everybody has a lovely day. The sun's out again here in Rochester, and I'll see you all later.